It's an incredible story, isn't it? I hope you felt and saw that cry of the congregation is that we are all a part of that story goes on. It's here. See, if it was just the end when all this ended, that would be it. We wouldn't be here, would it? That story wouldn't make any sense. But it makes sense for us because we know what's coming Sunday, right? We know what's coming Sunday, but in order to appreciate the incredible gift that God has given us, that gift which transcends time and space, this has to be a story that didn't just happen in Jerusalem a long time ago, in a time and a place. Instead, by the power of the resurrection, it should leap into life for us, that we walk and sense it. And if you think that you're not facing a world like that, think again. No, they did not have guns back then, did they? But was there violence? Did you see it in the story? Was there still not violence that was around? I listened to the march and the young people speaking, and one of the things that was powerful was one of the young men quoted Martin Luther King, and he said, "Darkness can't drive out darkness, only light can." And then he said, "Violence can't drive out violence, only love can." And that's ultimately what we experience along in the way, is how Jesus, not with violence, overcame violence, but with love overcame even death, so that nothing could separate us from the love of God. And that's what makes this story come into our time and place. Now, it would be easy for us to go about our business and think how busy things are and overlook Maundy, Thursday as we come together for communion, and Good Friday as we come to the cross. It would be easy enough to overlook that and say, well, that story was a long time ago, but if you allow that time and space to be bridged and to come into your life, you'll recognize that the very things that you face, the things you struggle, are all represented in this story. Throughout Lent, we've been talking about the currencies of blessing. God's currencies, His blessings, like current beginning to move in and through. But if they get blocked, if they get stopped, then like water, it becomes stagnant and unlife-giving. The very blessings of family can become a curse. Have you seen it? When sin blocks the way, can you see what happens in families? The very blessings of relationship and truth and all of those other things that are along the way that God has blessed us can become stagnant and unlife-giving, can literally rob. Because we've been hurt or because we've gone through these things, we can block off ourselves from God and from others. That's what sin does. That's what it separates us from. Thanks be to God that this story does not end with the grave. No. This story comes on Sunday morning when we come and celebrate the great gift of the resurrection. This story leaps back into life and comes through all time and space. So if you're looking at the news and you're thinking about all of these things and you feel downtrodden and you feel broken, come and see. You will understand that they were downtrodden, broken. They faced all of those things. Anything we could face was there, and yet, as they made that journey, they made it with hope. We make it with hope that nothing can overcome the love of God in Jesus Christ. So make ready, make preparation in your life, make preparation in your time to come and experience the fullness of this Holy Week journey, that you will see, crossing all this time, the hope that cannot be destroyed, that cannot be overcome, that hope that is found in Jesus Christ. Thanks be to God.